All right, so we have our loop band. Grab your loop band. Weights are off to the side. And I'm gonna hold my loop band on each end. Now I want you to take a nice big inhale, reach those arms up, and then exhale, lower down. I don't arch my back, I don't poke out my ribs. Inhale up, exhale. Keep that band tight. I feel those arms working. Inhale and exhale. I'm gonna add on. Inhale up, exhale to the side. Inhale, center, exhale to the side. Inhale, center, exhale, bring it down. Now releve on this one. Inhale, can you hold that releve? Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center, lower those heels. Reach up again, scoop. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, small stretch. Inhale, center, and lower it back down. Now keep your feet flat. Reach those arms up. Now I'm going to take my right hand, okay? Now I'm going to pull down as I bring my leg out. Do that again. So my straight arm here is staying nice and tall up to the ceiling as I pull. I'm like pulling that light bulb chain. And 3, I'm balancing. 2, and 1. Other arm, other leg. Nice grip, pull. I exhale, pull, nice and tall. I want that standing leg wrapping and locked. Pull that band straight down. Pull that navel in and up. And 3. 2 more. Here's 2. And 1. And lower those arms. Let's do a roll down. Nod the chin to your chest. Start to peel yourself off. The arms should be directly under those shoulders. And as I go down, my belly pulls in. Tug on that band a little tighter. Pull that navel in. Bring yourself back up. I'm going to cue breath this time. I'll nod my chin to my chest. I will inhale. Exhale. More weight on the toes than your heels. Eyes to navel. Inhale. Start to bring it up. And exhale. Now just for the heck of it, let's try to do the same thing in a releve. Maybe I can do it today, maybe I can. So I'm going to releve. Find your center, find your balance. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale. 2, exhale. Very carefully, start to pull that navel in as you come up. Inhale. 2, exhale. And release. Down to your mats, facing the center of the room. Okay. So I'm going to slide that band up to the center of my upper thigh. Try to have it flat so it doesn't get all bunched up. Weights are optional. I'm going to reach those weights to my shins. I'm resting my weights halfway down my shins. I'm sitting nice and tall. I'm going to inhale to prepare. On the exhale, waistline melts back into a C curve. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, zip it up. Exhale, scapula to rib cage. Inhale up one more time. And we exhale, bring it down. Now connect those shoulders to your back deeper and bring those arms parallel to the floor. Inhale here and exhale. Let that waistline pull you back 1 more inch. Where should your shoulders be? Connected to your back. Inhale. Exhale. I'm keeping that band tight. Pause. Inhale here. Exhale a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale. My spine's getting longer. Inhale. 2, exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And then we lower all the way down. Shoulders are down. Tabletop your legs. Now, if this is straining to your lower back, draw your knees closer towards your torso. Otherwise, I'm going to keep my legs, knees in line with hips, shoulders down. I'm going to tap my right toes down and then bring it back up. And my left, I inhale and exhale. Tap and lift. Now, I want you, while you're tapping and moving, to make sure that your spine is staying heavy on the floor. Now my right toes tap down, my left arm reaches back, and I come back up. And then when my left toes tap, my right arm goes back. My arm does not go past the temple. Doesn't have to go that far, but does not go any further. Check in with your back, check in with your shoulders. Don't get cranky in your neck and use your breath. Inhale to tap, exhale back up. Inhale to exhale. One more each leg. Last one. Good. Now I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. You don't have to. And I'm going to reach my weights towards the floor. I return back home. So be careful when you lift that head up. Nod that chin to your chest, eyes and navel. Squeeze your back muscles and bring it back home. We'll do 2 more. I inhale to come up. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Now you can put your head back down. Exhale. I'm going to keep mine up. I'm going to just move my arms forward and up. So you'll either keep your head down or head up, but it's too quick to go up and down. So pick one or the other. But make sure you're holding your head up from your core and not your neck. And I'm going to do 3 more and 2 more. And 1, I keep my arms up and I place my head back down. Turn the palms in, shoulders are heavy. Keep the arms still. Slide your right leg out to the right and back in. Do that again. Out to the right, come back in. Now, are you noticing your back getting lighter on the mat? Or maybe the opposite glute getting lighter? That should mean you don't want that. So I want you to anchor down deep the navel to the spine. Zip it up. Now I'm going to add the opposite arm going out to a chest fly. When my leg goes out, the opposite arm goes out. I inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. For 4, so I'm working my outer thigh, outer hip, glute, chest, and core. That's a lot. 1 more here. Good. Hold the arms still. If your shoulders are getting cranky, put your arms down to the mat while we just do the opposite leg. Here we go. Left leg slides out and in. Now, you can't go too far, or you're going to have other parts of your body that shouldn't be going with you. Inhale to exhale. And every once in a while, I want to feel or glance into that right thigh to make sure it's not moving. You might think it's not moving, but maybe it is. Now I'm going to add, if you'd like, the opposite arm. It's going to go out with the leg and back in. Inhale to exhale. I'm looking for that pelvis to stay stabilized. It's going to be 4 more. You don't have to do the arms, remember. And 3. 2 more. Here's 2. And 1. Weights down. I'm going to hold my weights like they're hammers. Then I'm going to take both feet down to the floor. I'm going to separate my legs 1 fist width apart. The back of my head should be firmly pressing into the mat. We're going to curl the tail up off the mat and continue coming up into a bridge. And as I'm coming up, my weights, the back of my arms and shoulders are pushing down. Now focus on the feet for a second and make sure all the corners of your feet are pressing into the floor. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, melt your spine back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to melt and peel back up. Curl it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Melt back down. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift. And now exhale, stay up. Now I'm going to do little marches. Right knee to tabletop, then left. I want you to move with control. Oh, I feel it, I see it. People are moving too quick. Slower. We lift. And I'm not kicking my foot up like this. I'm taking that leg in the same bend that it started off with, keeping it that way as I lift it. And I'm going to keep my hips up. If I need to, I'll lower back down. And I go for 4. Please pull that navel in deeper. 3. Keep both hips in a straight line. And 1. Hold it here. Fix that bridge. I'm going to do another set. I'm going to add my arms. So I'm going to bring my arms back up over my chest. I want you to take the right leg to a tabletop. I'm going to press that leg straight out as my left arm goes back by my temple and come back in. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Now I'm going to give you another challenge. As this weight comes back up, the other weight is going to switch back. Whoa. So now I've got 2 arms moving like a scissor. And I go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both weights up, foot down, fix your bridge. Tabletop the opposite leg. Did we survive that? Okay, opposite arm's going to reach out as we bring it in. Inhale, exhale. Your shoulders should be heavy. The back of your head should be pressing down firmly into the mat. So you feel length in the neck, in the back of that head. Now if you want, we'll do scissors with those arms. One arm goes forward the leg, then back up. Inhale, exhale. Hips in a straight line. All the corners of your standing foot pushing into the floor. Push to the floor more. 2 more. Last one. Both arms up. 2 feet down. Fix your bridge. Mine started to sink. Pull your navel in deeper. Inhale and exhale. Melt back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those weights down. Hug those knees into your chest. And let's rock ourselves up. Okay. I'm looking for my thing that belongs to my mic, and I don't see it. It's probably caught in my hair. Okay, so once you hear this, I want you to slide that band down towards your ankles. This is why we need that little wind thing on. You'll hear a lot of noise. Okay, so I want you to press against the sides of the band. I'm going to do a first couple reps without my weights. Now, I'm seeing people, I say, okay, sit up on your mat. I see this. You're not allowed to collapse until you walk out the room and I don't see you collapse. Okay, so I want you to stay nice and tall. This is Pilates, this is not nap time. I want you to reach those arms, parallel to the floor. Flex the feet, shoulders connected to your back. Now round forward into a C curve. Your arms should be parallel to the floor. I'll start to take that waistline back. It's an inhale. Push the back of those legs down. Exhale. If you know you can't come back up, don't go all the way down. Shoulders should be Nod the chin to your chest. Start to bring those arms forward. Press into the band. Press into the floor. Inhale to exhale. The band will actually make it a little bit less difficult, but it's not cheating. It's engaging muscles. Good catch to help you. I saw shoulders went down. Good girl. Bring it back up. I'll nod my chin to my chest. I find that lower back. I'm peeling. I'm going to grab onto my weights if you want. And I'm going to use now my weights in my hands. Waistline starts to pull you back. Connect the shoulders to your back. Breathe. We start with an inhale. We end with the exhale. Nodding that chin to our chest. We curl the shoulders up off the mat. Inhale to exhale. Now hold this for 1 second. When you are rounded forward, you shouldn't feel like you're compressing your spine. I want space in that rib cage when you're rounded forward, okay? I'm being very picky today. Here we go. Inhale back. Melt those shoulders. Flex your feet. Keep the band tight. Yes. And then we nod. Chin to chest. Inhale. To exhale. Good. And I want you to stack your spine, and put those weights down. Okay, so I'm going to put my hands behind me, and elbows are bent. Anything I do in this position can also be done lying all the way down. I want you to slide that band down towards your feet. Okay? So behind your feet. So they're around your feet. I'm going to take one leg. I'm going to stay back here. I'm rounded. I'm going to pull it towards me and then push it back out. and then the other leg comes in. So if you don't have a loop band or don't want to use a loop band, you're still driving that knee in and in. Yep. The belly is working to pull this leg in, as well as the hip, the thigh. But I want you to first feel that navel working. My next set, I'll be doing the same movement. I'll be lying on my mat, and I'll have my weights with me. One more each side, driving that knee in. I'm gonna sit up, grab onto my weights, and lie back down. My arms will be going up over my chest again. All right, so we did a fly movement, right? The arm going out. We're gonna do the same thing. So if my right knee is pulling in, my left arm is gonna go out. And then when my left knee pulls in, my right arm will float out, okay? So it's shh, shh. You don't have to do the weights. Make sure you're breathing. And drive. And notice I'm exhaling when my knee comes forward. One more each side, right knee, left knee, hold it straight up, eyes to navel. We're gonna finish with another roll up. Inhale, 2, exhale. We'll sit tall and put the arms down. Bend your knees and take your hands through that loop. And now I've got the loop around my wrists. If you can't sit out tall very well with your legs apart and straight, you can have them apart and bent. You can also do a cross-legged, but I want you sitting super, super tall. I don't want to see the pelvis reaching up to your navel. I want everything pushing down. I'm going to take these arms, and as I slowly come up, my palms are turned in, my spine is going to go up with me. My legs are as wide as my frame, and I want you to feel like you're sitting on thumbtacks, so I'm going to be up here. Shoulder issues, if this isn't cool for you, pick a different position. So we're going to be doing some side stretches. They're very small, they're very quick, and I always want you to lift up first, and then to the front, back to center, up to the rear. So I'm not going right to my side, I'm going more diagonal. I want you to lift up, I want to see the up first. So it's and, over, and center, and, over, and center. So you're going too big. If you can't stay with my rhythm, it's too big, it's still too big. Smaller, right there. So here is even too big, it's too big. Smaller, yep, and one more. Now, if you can keep these arms next to your ears, great. Stay with the shoulders slightly in front of the hips. Rotate towards me, back to center. Rotate away from me. Pay attention to those shoulders. Inhale to exhale. Inhale. You can also, take the hands behind your head. You can get rid of the band. You can even hold the band this way. Give me one more each direction. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and release. Take your feet back to that band again. Hopefully we're getting warmer. Yes. Hands behind your thighs for some support. How your shoulders? Lower down. Knees are bent, feet are flat, weights are to my side. Okay, so I want you to take your right leg back to a tabletop and zip it straight up. And I want you to turn that kneecap away from you. And we're going to do this kind of like tracing the corners of a rectangle. Okay, so my toes are up to the ceiling, and I'm hopefully having my knee and my hip in a straight line. I hope not to be here, okay? So we're going to take the big toe, and the kneecap is turned away of my right leg. It's going to go to the upper left corner of my rectangle, down, over, and up. So it's towards the center, down, out in line with my hip, and up. Over, down, over, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now instead of a rectangle, think of an oval, and we're going to sweep the leg around. Round 2, come up. I want you keeping the opposite leg very still. Engage the inner thighs. You got it. One more. And now we're going to trace the rectangle, starting to the right, going away from our center. Upper right, down, bottom left, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going out to that top right corner. I'm going a couple inches away from my thigh or my hip. Okay, so I'm not staying directly over my hip. I'm pushing out a couple inches, then coming back in. Now make it an oval. Round and come up. Inhale, exhale. The band's going to work the legs a little more and the core, because the core is what's moving this leg. And 3, and 2, and 1, and then put that foot down. Do we survive that? Okay, you ready? Tabletop your left leg. Straighten that leg up and turn your kneecap away from you. Now don't let the right leg be flopping in and out depending on what the left leg is doing. The right leg is solid, okay? I've got that kneecap turned away. I'm going to trace my rectangle going to the right first. So upper right, down, over left, up. So I'm going towards the opposite inner thigh and then back in line with my hip. It's very narrow. I don't want my hips or pelvis to move. My back should be imprinting on the floor. One more at the rectangle. Same direction, let's make it an oval. Round, come up. Inhale, exhale. I want you to push your standing foot into that mat. You might even start to feel the opposite hamstring working. 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top. Now we're going to take this rectangle, tracing it left upper corner. So I'm going to go 2 inches away from my hip, down, back into the center, and up to my left. Down, into the center right, and lift. Out, down. You're moving your leg from your core. Inhale to exhale. That right leg has to remain still. Now let's make it more an oval. Round and come up. Inhale, exhale. Round and come up. The back of my head is still heavy. My neck is long. Belly's in strong. 2 more. Hope you feel this. 1 more. And take the feet down. I'm going to put my legs together, sides of my feet together, and let my knees kind of just fall open into the band. It's just like a hammock. It's just resting there. Good. Bring those thighs back together. Grab behind your thighs and carefully rock yourself up to a balance. So don't just be going too fast. I had to get the word balance out. Now see if you can bring your shins parallel to the floor. Shoulders should be down, and then just tap your toes. Nothing else moves. Push out. Now, I want you to feel a couple things here. When I go to lift my legs, I'm scooping that belly a little bit deeper. If this hurts your back, your neck, take your hands behind you. Try it that way. Still too much, try just one leg, okay? So work with what you got today, because your body's different every day. If you don't feel your core engaging, it's probably not. So you want to make that connection. It doesn't always happen. Welcome to Pilates. We're always a work in progress. For 3. Can you give me 2 more? Yeah, I'm going to challenge you one more step. Hold this up. Now, only if you have a healthy lower back and a strong core, take one hand off, add the other arm. Hold here, balancing. 8, stay out of your lower back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide your band down again to behind your feet. So we're back behind the feet again. All right, so we've done this move already twice. We're going to do it one more time. When one knee comes in and the other leg comes out. This time, I'm going to be lying down. Lengthen your legs. Let those hip flexors get a little bit of length here. So let's just stay here for a couple seconds and let them iron out. I'm going to cue eyes to belly. You don't have to ever lift your head. My weights will be close by. I'm also going to add a set with some weights. All right, so draw your knees in, way in. And you're going to see, I'm going to go proximal to distal. I'm going in close to my center. My back is heavy. My hands go on my shins. I'm going to push against my shins to nod my chin to my chest and lift up my head safely. Okay, so my shoulder blades are off the mat. I'm going to take my hands behind my head to start. I'm going to keep that band tight. I'm going to push my left leg out. It comes back in. I push my right leg out, it comes back in. I should not see your head fall back and have your shoulder blades touching the floor. That's wrong. Your head needs to go all the way down then. You must have the shoulder blades off the mat if your head's lifted. Now, instead of pausing in the middle, I'm going to keep them moving and grab onto my weights. Hold them parallel to the floor. I have to keep my legs a little wider to keep resistance on that band. I'm going to inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. One more set. Inhale to exhale. Both knees in, weights on your shins, and take your head down. Okay, let's get rid of the weights for a second. I'm going to go hand over hand behind my head. You don't have to. You put your hands to your side. Or if you're going to keep your head on the mat, put your hands underneath your seat. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest, eyes to my belly. I'm going to push my legs out. I'm going to do an open close, bend my knees, and put my head back down. I'll press up, press out, open close, bend, put your head down. Now this time, as I lift my head, push your legs out. Open, close. Bend your knees. Put your head down. Ready? Everything moves. Open, close. Bring it back in. One more time. Open, close. Now, if your neck is feeling strained, I want you to put your hands underneath your seat. Thumbs connect, second fingers connect. And you're going to keep your head down. If you're okay, keep your hands behind your head. Elbows wide. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to press out and in 4 times. Keeping my band tight. Inhale this time, exhale in. 2 more. 1 more. And I'm going to bring my legs straight up. I'm going to press my legs out for 3 counts. Out, 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 release. And again, out, 2, 3. And press against the band, press against the band, press against the band, release. 2 more. Give me 1 more. And bend everything in. Pull those knees back into the chest. If your neck is cranky, look to one side of the room. And then look to the other. Good. I'm going to take that band into my hands again, and then actually it's going to go around my wrists. I'm going to press my arms straight up, and my legs will come straight up. I'm going to do scissors here, keeping resistance for my upper body. I'm in a Pilates V. You can keep your head down. You can lift your head up. Pick which way you want to go. I'm going to take my right leg towards my band, my left leg away from me. I'm going to go pulse, pulse, come to center, switch, pulse, pulse, zip it up, and in, press against the band, release, press against the band, release. That band should be straight up over your shoulders and chest, not behind you. Yeah? And now give me 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug it in. Woo, rock those knees side to side. Good. Okay, if you can do this lying down, great. I'm gonna put the band behind my feet again. My feet have to stay wider to keep the band tight. I'm gonna go back again to that one leg out, then the other leg out, and we're gonna crisscross this time. So hand over hand behind the head, knees are in. Drive the eyes to the belly if you're lifting your head. My right leg is gonna stay in. As my left leg pushes out, I'm gonna rotate my left shoulder towards that right knee, come back to center, switch, and center. And keep those elbows in a nice straight line. Don't hug your head. If you want to challenge that core, keep your shoulder blades off the mat. Oh, it's not easy. No, it's not. Because it's so much easier too, just to fall back on them, right? Like I'm doing right now, and that's wrong. I want you up and over that top rib cage. Come on. Let's go, let's go. 4. 4, take a break when you need it. You can hug those knees in at any time. I feel my abdominals burning, do you? Okay, and then we come down, hug it in. Woo, I'm gonna straighten those legs, grab onto my band, I'm gonna connect my heels together, and I'm just gonna pull the band so those legs are gonna stretch. Yes, and I'm gonna come in like a frog. I'm still gonna pull that band towards me. Lovely. And I'm gonna rock myself up. How'd that go? Okay, so I'm gonna keep the band behind my right foot. Take my left leg out. Are we sitting tall or do we slouch? Okay, so I want you to take your left hand over to that side. And my opposite hand is going to be flat, pushing down to the floor to lift me even taller. It's my little kickstand. My palm of my left hand that has the band is facing down. I'm going to pull it towards me, and I'm going to look towards that side of my mat, and then unwind. My palm is going to turn in as I'm rowing, and I'll come back forward. Exhale. So think of a row, pull back. Think of starting that lawnmower, especially on a day like today. I know you probably miss starting that lawnmower right now. Oh yes. Rotate, sit taller. Yep. And 2, you're wringing water out of that rib cage. 1, and switch the feet. So it's behind my left foot, and I'm gonna grab onto it with my right hand. It doesn't mean I slouch or round my shoulders forward. My free hand is onto the floor, pressing down. Try to even straighten that arm, give yourself some space. Palm faces down, but watch, when I row, my palm turns towards me, and I unwind. Now, as I'm pulling my elbow back, I want you to think of spiraling taller, but you don't collapse when you unwind. Make sense? Exhale, keep both feet flexed. Keep both legs pushing down to the floor if those legs are straight. Think of even taller. Give me 2 more, please. Here's 2. 1 more. And then take 2 feet now. Take the legs as wide as you can. Reach those arms out. And again, if you can't sit tall, you bend your knees. Keep the feet flexed. Back of the legs push down. Inhale up. Now on the exhale, think of a roll down. Chin to chest. Shoulders start to peel off. And I'm rounding forward. My navel's pressing back. Squeeze your seat gently. Pull your navel to your spine. Zip up from your core, never from your back. Exhale, chin to chest first. Round, round. Navel goes to spine. Everything but your back, your glutes, the back of your legs, your core pulls you up. exhale, rounding over barrel, but not touching the barrel with your rib cage. Inhale up one last time. We will exhale forward. Bringing it back to center and release. We're going to swing these legs behind us and come onto our stomachs. Okay, I'll meet you there. I'm going to move a couple of things on me. All right, here we go. So I want you to take the feet as wide as you need to keep the band tight. Okay? I'm making a pillow, hand over hand, and I'm going to rest my forehead on my top hand. Now don't get caught with these shoulders cranking up to your ears. So relax those shoulders. Pull your navel in. All right, so first things first, I'm going to take my right foot off the floor first and then put it down. And then my left. Put it down. Now as you're lifting the right, make sure that right hip stays on the mat and then the left leg. So both hips should be staying on, but if any hip comes off, it would be the one of the leg that's lifting. So both hips are down and I'm lifting from the back of my body. Shoulders are connected to the rib cage. Navel's pressing up to the spine. Glutes are firing, and anything that's not lifting, like my hands or the opposite foot, is pressing into the floor. One more. Good. Now keep the feet anchored. Pull the belly in. Gently squeeze your sits bones. Keep your forehead glued to your top hand and lift that head up. I inhale into my little swan, and I exhale, come back down. Press the feet, hips down, head, chest, lift, come back down. I inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Now stay down. Can you give me both legs lifting up and then down? And do that again. I'm going to exhale as I come up. Are you getting cranky in your shoulders? Then get rid of that. Belly's pulling in. Glutes are firing. Now we're going to alternate. I want you to lift up your head, lower back down, lift up the legs. Inhale, head up, bring it down, exhale, legs up. Head and chest, legs. Head and chest, legs. I want you to fire those glutes, pull that belly in, and lift. And one more, head and chest, legs, and then I want you to bend the legs. Everybody still with me? Take your knees a little bit further apart, and I'm going to wiggle that band so it's now on my ankles more than my feet. If you can't do that, that's okay. Just wiggle, it gets there. Okay, so my knees are heading towards the edges of my mat. My band's going to stay tight, and I'm going to try and lift these thighs up and then down. If you would rather have a little bit of lift of the head and chest and you want to continue on, that's fine. Lift up and down. And 3. 2 more. Here's 2. Now hold the legs up. Now can you straighten those legs out onto the mat, squeezing your seat, bend your knees back in. Oh, try to keep those knees off the floor, by the way. Reach long, pull the belly in strong, bring it back in. Reach it out. You can also have your arms like this for you. And 2 more. Out and in. And 1 more. And release. Stretch back into a child's pose. Scoop the belly, round the back. If you want to reach back behind you to release anything in the upper body, shoulders, wrists, go there. Okay, so I'm going to go into a plank. So let's talk about this for a second, because I got some people with shoulder issues in here, some people with neck issues in here. Anything done on this floor can be done against a wall too. So if you want to use the wall and use your plank there, go to the wall. If you want to be rather in extended arms, go there. If it's better for you to go in your forearms, you go there. It makes no difference. We're all going to work the same way. Okay? So pick your poison, and you can change it throughout holding the plank. All right? So I'm gonna choose for me to come down like this today. I'm gonna walk my knees back. And my band is tight. And I have my feet ready, so if I want to, I can press into a full plank. So a modified plank doesn't mean you stop working muscles. It doesn't mean you collapse your hips to the floor. I'm hovering my hips, I'm pulling that navel in, my shoulders are connected to my back. I'll drive those heels deeper, I'll press out into a full plank, I'll hold it for 3, 2, 1, knees down, but my belly did not stop working. Drive back and hold for 3, 2, 1, come back down. Drive those heels long, pull that belly in strong. Lower back down. If you need to, go back into a child's pose. Press back and hold. 2, 3. Can you give me one more? I'm gonna hold this one up. And I'm gonna take my right foot out and in, and then my left. You don't have to. You can modify your plank. You can do a child's pose. You better be listening to your body. Otherwise, you're gonna feel strain, pain, and you won't like Pilates today, and that will really ruin my whole day. Out and in, out and in. 3, 3, 2, 2. Squeeze the lemons in those armpits. Last one. Lower your knees and walk your hands back. If you want to release those shoulders, the arms go behind you. Ah, nicely done. Hope you felt something there. Slide that band back to the arches of your feet again. Now I'm going to come out to a quadruped position. Now again, you can do this standing up. You can do this on your forearms, okay? If you need a break, you stretch back and you release the shoulders. All right, so I'm going to stretch my right leg back. My left foot's holding that band. I'm going to bring this leg up, down, up. It's a whole new ball game with that band, isn't it? Lifting this leg up and down. So remember, you can be on 2 forearms. I wouldn't pick one up, one down. I'd have them match. If your knees are saying, ouch, roll up your mat, okay? Here we go. Let's go for 4. Squeeze and lift. 3, 2. Now hold this one up. I'm going to circle clockwise. 2. Ooh, I feel something there. Now make sure you're not looking like a hula hoop, okay? And reverse. 8, 7. Nothing else should move on your body. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that knee in. I'm going to have you stretch back and release. Okay. When you're ready, if you're not ready yet, you hold this a little bit longer. I'm going to come back out into my quadruped. If your knees are getting cranky, roll up your mat, okay? All right, so now that was my right leg I just worked. Hopefully you worked your right leg as well. The opposite leg goes back. Now pause. Some of you, I can look around the room, I see it tilted. Look down at your standing leg. Look down at your standing leg. It should be straight up and down, okay? Here we go. Up and down. Now I'm not lifting my leg as high as I would if I didn't have my band. I got a tight band. If you got a lighter band and that range is okay for you, go for it. But I'm not expecting my leg to go parallel to the floor. Every once in a while, I'm going to glance at my standing leg and make sure I'm not getting tired and starting to lean into that hip. Squeeze those armpits. Come on. We got 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up, and let's go counterclockwise. Out and around. 2, 3, 4. They're small. 5, 6. Pull your belly in deeper. Now reverse clockwise. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. I'm going to stretch back. Hands can go behind you, palms up, or in front of you, palms up, just to give some release to those wrists. And let's come on to our side now. So you're going to mirror me. You're going to match me. So my head is going on this side of the room. I'm going to slide the band up to the middle of my quad again. Don't you love these bands? I know you love them deep down. I know you do. Okay, so here I am on my side. If you want more support, cushioning for this forearm, roll that mat up a little bit, okay? If this is getting cranky to a shoulder or a neck, you are more than welcome. Put a pillow and lie down. You can prop your head up, play with it, okay? All right, so my knees are to the top edge of my mat. I got my shoulder in line with my wrist. We have to be very careful with our setup so we don't be off kilter, okay? Take this bottom rib cage and pull it in, and it needs to stay that way, okay? I'm gonna have a weight close by for a second here. And what I want you to do is take this top leg and lift it up and down. I'm also gonna take this arm, open and close. So it's a rotator cuff exercise. I want you to make sure your upper arm stays glued to your side. Can you guys all look at me for a second? Don't have the elbow go away, and don't fling, okay? Open, close. Watch your wrist. Your wrist should not be leading with the weight. And up. The bottom leg is pushing down. 3, 2, now hold it up. I'm gonna press my arm out as my leg goes out, pull it back in. Push it out, bring it in. That's right. Good. Lengthen. Are you collapsing on that bottom rib cage? Can you feel this bottom oblique holding you up? If you do, then you're correct. I go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm going to tap my knee to the floor, and then reach diagonal behind me. To the floor. I'm just holding that weight still. To the floor. Good. I'm going to punch my weight down. It's going to go with my leg. Tap it. Press diagonal back. So I'm going to the back corner of my mat. Tap. Press. Can you feel anything in the outer thigh, outer hip? Yeah? 3. Good. 2, and 1. Now bring the leg and the arm center. Swing the leg forward, the arm goes opposite. Just 4 more. Hello, hip. 3, 2, and 1, and that was awesome, but we're not done. Sorry. We're going to take this leg back up again. And we're going to do these little forward circles. 2, I want you moving the leg from your core. It's stirring wet cement. And 3, and 2. Let's reverse it for 8. 8, we're trying to get this leg hip height, down, up to hip height. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now, you're not done. I want you to come back a little bit. And my legs to the back of my mat's gonna stay bent. And the opposite leg is gonna come straight. So I'm not on my hip. I'm more on the side of my butt cheek. And we're gonna lift this leg up and down. Up and down.
Not the one you were just working
and
on.
down. Correct. Correct. So now we're friends again, right? Right. And up. And up. Yep, that's right. You got it right. Yep. Yep. Don't collapse the rib cage. Keep the chest open. Shoulders in a straight line. Hips in a straight line. 4 more. Yep. 3. This is not too challenging. 2. Hold it up. Point your toes. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bring the opposite arm up. And we're going to kick this leg up and then down. Up. How can I make this harder? 2 legs. Good. Here's 4. Yeah? 3, 2, and 1. Sit up and take it around. Did it hurt your hip? Is that what you said though? Your hip? If it was crankiness to your hip, you were on your hip too much. Roll back onto your side butt cheek. Okay, here we go. Knees are stacked. You know the setup. We're gonna go right into it. Lift up and down. So if I see somebody really doing something bad, I'll cue it. But I think you know, shoulder over elbow, bottom rib cage lifted, hold a lemon in that armpit. If you want the rotator cuff to work, we take that weight. Remember, it's not a clam. My whole leg is lifting, just like it's looked like the bottom leg. And I'm pushing my bottom leg into the floor. Now, this is too much. By all means, keep your feet together, but I'm telling you, that's just as hard. No flinging, work muscles. Keep your upper arm glued to your side. You don't have to do the weights. You don't have to do the upper body. You don't have to do the lower body, but pick one of them. Otherwise, we'd just be laying there, right? Right. And 3. Oh my. 2. And 1. Now, I'm going to take my weight back as my knee comes forward. And I'm going to reach it out. Pull it. Reach it. Reach. Pull. Reach. Pull. Reach. Are you starting to collapse on that bottom shoulder? Belly in, yeah? Now, I want you to tap it, punch it to the back corner. Front edge, back corner. Press down. So my knee is going down, my toes are staying up. Can you feel that right here? Okay, then you're working it. You're working it. Beach bodies, here we come. We got time, we've got time. And I should go on the beach next week. If you are, take me with you, please. 2, and 1, arm and leg or center. Forward, arm goes away. I'll tell you one thing, this is hard. I just want to go, but I can't yet. I got 2 more. Oh yeah. And, okay, so my knees go up. I hope I'm not forgetting anything, inner thigh, because sometimes I get sidetracked. I lift and lower. So I'm not directly on the side of my hip. I'm on the side of my butt cheek. Up. Now, you can make this harder. How? Pull the belly in and lift more from the core. Add the core in. Yes, it's inner thigh. Yes. Shoulder should be locked down. You can lie on your side, even all the way down. And 3, and 2. Hold this one up. We pulse it. 8, 7, 6. We're not done. Don't get out of this when I say 1. I'm going to bring the arm up, and I'm going to kick it bigger. Keep moving. Pull. Make it harder. Resist coming up. How can I make this harder? 2 legs. Wrap those thighs together. It's easier to lift them as 1 unit versus 2. And we go for 3. And 2. Yay. And 1. Did we do everything? Did I miss anything? I did? Okay. Slide that band down. Step out of it. Okay, we're going to come to a high kneel. Yay. All right. Anything I do kneeling can be done standing. You can modify these exercises to fit what you need for your body. That's the beauty of Pilates. Okay, so you're going to mirror me. I'm going to take this leg out to the side. This leg is in line with my hip. My hips are pushing towards the front of the room, so I don't have this butt sticking out, right? I'm going to take my hands once again through my loop. You don't have to use the loop. My palms are turned in. I'm going to lift up, and as I slowly come up, my spine's nice and tall. I want you to stretch towards the straight leg, back to center. And then reach in this nice long diagonal, come back to center. Come on, work from your core. Inhale. Your glutes are firing as well. So is that back hamstring. Inhale. To exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Now I'm going to take my arms down. I'm going to release that loop. I'm going to grab onto a weight. And the hand that matches the leg that's straight. Take your arms out like a T. I'm going to float down. My foot's going to slide with me. My hips are still pushing forward. I'm going to take my arm equal to the leg and then away. If your neck is getting cranky, look down at your bottom hand. Squeeze that lemon as you're bringing the arm down. Can you resist it more? And 3. And 2. 1. Hold the weight up. Bring this leg back up. Good. Circle for me. Forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 7, 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the thighs and the hips down, and then open it back up. Come down to a little diagonal, little modified side plank, lift up. Parallel, up. 2 more. 1 more, straighten that leg out, and then tip yourself back up. Okay. Grab onto your loop. Oh my goodness, you only have like a little bit of time left, just 2 minutes. You can do a lot in 2 minutes in Pilates. Bring those arms up. Reach the opposite leg out. So I shouldn't see this arch and your butt sticking out, right? You're gonna pull everything in. Yep, nice and long. Let's inhale to the straight leg. Exhale. Reach. Come back in. Hips don't go with you. Belly still pulling in. Yes. I inhale. I exhale. I inhale. I bring those arms down. I grab onto my weight. Now remember, I don't come straight down. I'm reaching to the end of my mat, and this leg is going to slide with me. And my arm is up. My palm is facing that leg. I push my hips to the front of the room, towards the screen, and I lift and lower. And up. And up. Use muscles, please. Don't waste your time. Now hold this one up. We're going to do 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you reverse it? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Arm back up. Connect the thighs. And here I am in this modified plank. And I'm going to lift up, legs together. I'm going to hold in this side plank. Hold. And 4. Yeah? 3. You only got 2 left. 2. 1. Reach that leg back out. Bring yourself back up. And release. Sit back on those heels for a second. Check in with your body. Roll those shoulders. Reverse it. Okay, let's finish. Let's finish. Sit on your seat. Sit on that seat. We're gonna sit cross-legged. You work the hips a lot. So if you're able to sit cross-legged, I'm gonna take my hands on inside my knees and thighs and just give a little push down as I slightly lean forward. Does that feel good? Yeah. And I'm gonna walk my hands out. And the seat can get lighter on the mat. And relax the neck and relax the shoulders. Let the head just hang there. Walk those hands back up. And I want you to take one leg out. And I want you to take the hand that matches that leg, wrap it around your rib cage, And then do a little side stretch. And then turn to face that leg, and two hands grab onto whatever they can and pull you more forward. And then bring yourself up. Take the other leg out, the other leg in. The arm that matches the straight leg wraps around the rib cage. I'm going to keep both hips pushing down as I side stretch to that straight leg. Now turn the torso towards that leg and grab whatever you can with two hands in the same spot. Yep. And then bring yourself back up. Give me the bottoms of your feet connected. Grab onto your ankles and push your knees down with your elbows. Lovely. Good. You guys did really well today. You worked really hard. You made yourself a stronger you today. We're going to end with a nice big inhale up. I'm going to slide my feet out a little further so I can sit a little taller. Arms to the sides of my body. Now when you lift those arms up, your spine goes up with you. And on the exhale, I don't collapse it. So try that one more time. Staying upright. Inhale, I grew an inch taller maybe. Stay just as tall. Exhale down. And you have made it. Hope to see you again on the mat. Way to go. Okay. How'd that feel?